Hello and welcome. I'm Martin from MCS Tutoring, or for some of you guys, welcome back. So I want to show you about managing memory on your calculator. So you're going to press the second key and the plus key. That's for memory. And then the big thing here is you want to go to Memory Management Delete option 2. And then we see the RAM free. For me, that's 1K. That's almost nothing. That's really bad. That's going to make my calculator run slow, and I won't be able to download new programs to it. So I'm going to show it to you through both my emulator right here and then also the TI Connect app. So you guys can do it either way. So I want to show you this way first. So if I go to programs, okay, so look at this. It shows my archive free. That's usually a ton of memory. Notice it's not just 1,313, it's 1,313K. But RAM free is about 1,000. That's not good because this is one of the smallest programs, and that's just 3,000. So I couldn't even load an update of this program onto my calculator right now. So two ways to solve this problem. Actually, there's more than two ways. You don't want to go to the nuclear option. I want to talk about the more subtle ways to handle this. So the first thing is you're like, okay, I don't need the first semester chemistry solver. I'm going to press the enter key. Okay. That just changed it from RAM to archive memory. Okay, that's really cool. And notice it has this asterisk in front of it. Okay, that's kind of like putting it into deep storage, kind of like a hard drive. But you're like, oh, I'd like to access it. You just press enter again, and now it switches back to my RAM. So my RAM is still pretty clogged up. Now, another thing you can do is you can delete a program. So let's just say I don't want to just archive it. I want to totally delete it. Now, for those of you, just remember at mcstutoring.com, you get free updates for life. So I've had students contact me like, hey, I don't have enough memory because you keep updating the SAT program like every 2 weeks. What's wrong with you? We want to update it a lot because SAT students contact me like, hey, could you add a triangle solver and expand it? So I did that, and that's why now it's a memory hog or 37K. Let's just say. So let's just say you don't need this chemistry solver first semester. Let me show you something. You see this right here, this icon, this .8xp file, gas laws 1.8xp. That's how the programs look. They're .8xp files. Keep them on your desktop or laptop. Keep it somewhere. Keep it in a hard drive. Don't store everything on your calculator. Things can happen. Calculators, get stolen, get misplaced. Sometimes the battery runs out. That'll destroy your RAM. So we're going to save it in your archive. So that's cool. Now you know how to save in your archive memory. So that'll save it even if your batteries die. But these .8xp files, keep them on your desktop or laptop, just so you know, heads up. So then let's just say I have this ChemSol 1E, the chemistry solver first semester. I have it on my desktop or laptop. I don't mind deleting it right now from my calculator. So I'm going to press the delete key. Calculator is like, are you sure you want to do this? Yes, I want to do this. Bam, I just opened up a lot of RAM. So that's pretty cool. So that's one thing to do. Now, let me show you, as I said I would, I want to show you how to do it via TI Connect. So first we got to connect a calculator. I did it. It's connected to my Python. Now, if you have this, right, and you're like, oh my gosh, I've got 66K available in RAM. That's pretty good. But if you, again, wanted to delete it this way, you can just say, oh, I have GeoFig 5. I don't need GeoFig 3. Just click on there. Press the delete key on your keyboard. You sure you want to delete it? Yeah, I want to delete it. Bam, I just gained 13K in available RAM, random access memory. So those are the two ways to do it. I wouldn't go the nuclear option. I don't even want to show you the nuclear option. Also, just a note, if your teachers clear your memory every time they clear your RAM before a test or a quiz, they don't want you using programs. In that case, do not buy a program from MCS Tutoring, unless it's the SAT, because I don't clear the memory for that. So look, I'm going to run through the free bundle program just so you guys can see what programs can do. So you can solve quadratics, simplify radicals, convert decimals to fractions, and solve algebra equations. Let me just show you real quickly what it can do. So let's say you have a quadratic. And this even covers imaginary numbers. Watch this. Let me do 1, 0, 12. This will be fun. So look, it gives you not just the answer as imaginary or real numbers, it gives it to you as the discriminant form. That's 0 plus or minus 2i rad 3. Simplifies radicals and everything. And it tells you the nature of the solutions, two imaginary solutions. Love it. Love it. Free. That's the first option. Now simplify radical. It's zeta square root of 98. That's a common one. That's 7 rad 2, 7 root 2, 7 square root of 2, depending where you live in the world. Decimal to fraction. Let's do 0.325. See what happens with that. Oh, look at that. 13 over 40. I couldn't have done that faster myself. And the algebra solver, let's do x plus 6 equals x minus 3x plus 9. Watch this. Bam. X equals 1. Man, look at that. Got x's on both sides. Still solves it. So, look, that's totally free. mcstudio.com just to get you started. So you can see legitimately how these programs run. And it even has a help menu. I don't want to get into it too much, but it just says, hey, enter the coefficients, blah, blah, blah. Use the negative key, by the way. Biggest error I ever see students make. It's under the 3 key. This is negative. I know this is minus right here to the right of the 6, but below the 3 is the negative key. You want to use that for negatives. Okay. And it's pretty cool. So if it has 3 plus or minus 4 over 6, that's read as 3 plus or minus 4 over 6. That's how I render it. That's as best I can do, guys. Okay. So look, I'm going to exit. Hope you're having a good day. Check you next time. But again, if you have questions, definitely post in the comments or contact me at mcstudio.com. I do want these programs to work well for you and update them and make sure everything runs smoothly. But if you have questions, contact me. Totally fine. Okay. Look, hope you're having a good weekend. I'll talk to you next time.